Hello students, in our last class we discussed about core Java and advanced Java and the syllabus prescribed for the 4th SEM BCA by the RCU. Today we will revise about Java applets which you already learned in 3rd semester. In last class, as I told, core Java is used to develop some general purpose applications like recording a student information or drawing a shapes and all. Okay, these are the some general purpose applications. For this we will use a core Java. First, what is applet? We will see. These applets are small Java applications which can be accessed on a internet. Or a applet is a Java program that runs in a web browser. And any Java applet is a class that will extend a class of java.applet.applet class. Okay, whenever you will write a applet class, that should extend java.applet.applet. In a applet, there is no main methods. Okay, in a applet class, there is no main method. Then how it will execute without a main method? When we will execute a applet method or a applet class, JVM itself generates an applet class instantly and it invokes the init method to initialize an applet. Okay. Next, we will see a applet life cycle. In a applet life cycle, there are totally 5 steps or 5 stages we can call. In a first step, applet is initialized, applet is started, next applet is painted, applet is stopped, and applet is destroyed. In a first step, applet initialization, a init method is called, and by using this method, necessary variables will be declared, and this method is called only once during the applet life cycle. The next step is to start an applet. For this, start method is called, and every time when we stop an application or an applet, to restart that applet, we will call this method. That is start method. Next step is painting. It means paint method is called each time when applet is executed to show the output. Okay. If you want to show once again the output of that applet, the paint method should be redrawn or the paint method should be recalled. Next step is applet stopping. For this, stop method is called. When stop method is called, it will suspend or it will stop all the threads that are executing for a applet. At this moment, the running applet stops its execution. Next step is destroying of an applet. For this destroy method, when we call a destroy method, it will remove applet from the memory space entirely. Then the applet is no longer exist in that memory space. Okay, it will completely destroys the applet. Next, we will see one example program, that is applet program to draw a rectangle. Here, starting, we are importing necessary packages, that is applet and AWT, which are required to develop the general purpose applications or to draw a rectangle. Okay, and we are writing a HTML code. Okay, HTML code within a comment line. We can call this as a HTML code which we are embedding in a normal Java class which helps to run a applet in a web browser. Okay, this code we will write in a comment line, and this line of code we are writing with the applet tag. Okay, in a applet tag, in a code part, we will specify the Java program name or a Java class name when which we are executing. Okay, which applet program we are executing. That program name or a class name we need to specify, and height and width for that applet window. Okay, next we will write the normal Java class which will extend the applet. Okay, which class we are going to return here? Draw rect, and we are declaring two variables, that is height and width, and in a init method we are initializing the values for height and width, and for this height and width values we are getting from the applet tag. Okay, width we are specifying not 200, and height we are specifying that is 150. That height and width we are getting from a applet tag. Okay, that will be stored in a height and width variables. Next we are setting a name for an applet, that is my applet. Okay, when you are seeing a output of a applet, in that window, upside of that window you will see applet name. Okay, it will set a name for that applet, that is my applet. Okay, and here we are not calling the start method, stop method and destroy method. Okay, by default those will be called. It is not necessary to explicitly call those methods. Okay, next is we need to draw a rectangle as an output, right? For that we will call a paint method, and for that we are passing one parameter, that is graphics, which will create the graphics environment to draw the rectangle in a applet window. Okay, and the small g whichever we are using now, that is object reference for a graphics. Using that object reference we are drawing a rectangle. G dot draw round rect, and we are passing some parameters there or a dimensions there. Okay, 10, 30, 120, 120, 2, 3. Okay, this 10 and 30 whatever dimensions we are passing now, that specifies the x-axis value and y-axis value. And next four parameters, that 120, 120, 2, 3. These four values will specify the sides of a rectangle. Okay, this is the example applet program to draw a rectangle. Next we will see how to run this applet program. There are two methods to run the applet program. The first one is running a applet in a web browser which is compatible with a Java, and by using a applet viewer. Okay, when we will execute a applet program, in a applet tag, whatever class name, means in a code part, whichever class name we will specify now, that class will be loaded. That class will be loaded and it will execute that class. Here there is no method, it does not contain any main method. Instead, applet begins its execution when it finds the class name in a code part. Okay, it will execute that class by using a applet viewer or a browser. Okay, it does not contain any main method. Whatever in a applet tag in a code part, which class name we will specify, no, that class is loaded by the JVM automatically when we will execute a applet, and it will start its execution by using a applet viewer or a browser.